Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are Group 14 from the course Microeconomy ATF20703 in L4. First, we would like to express our gratitude to Dr. Muhammad Safwan bin Ghazali for all the guidance provided which helped us complete the assigned task. Our group consists of five members. The first is Nurul Alia Maisara binti Yusli, number matric A23A2491. Second is Aisyah Shuhada binti Azrul A23A2477. Followed by Nur Bahiyah Anis binti Muhammad Baharudin A23A2501. Then Wan Shafiqah binti Wan Muhammad Sabri A23A2492. And finally, Muhammad Hadif bin Aminuddin A23A2067. We will discuss about two case studies. Firstly is demand and supply for sweet donut, and secondly is increasing price of Malaysian's onion.
Case Study 3. Demand and Supply for Sweet Donut. Demand curve orange shows how many donuts consumer wants to buy at the different prices. As the price goes down, the quantity demanded goes up. Next, supply curve blue shows how many donut producers are willing to sell at the different prices. Higher price make the selling donut more profitable, encouraging producer to supply more. At the equilibrium point, around 300 donuts are M1 ringgit. The amount people want to buy equals the amount sellers want to sell. A government subsidy lowers the cost of production for donuts producer. This is represented by the purple line S1, which show the new supply curve after the subsidy. The subsidy shift the supply curve to the right from S to S1.
The question are asking about the price of a donut before subsidy and after subsidy, which the government provide the subsidy of 50 cents. Based on the answer for both questions, the price of a donut before the subsidy was 150 cents, as indicated by the intersection of the initial supply curve and the demand curve. After the subsidy was introduced, the supply curve shifted to S1, resulting in new equilibrium point where the price of a donut decreased to 1 ringgit. Question 3 and 4, both of the questions are asking about price enjoyed by consumer and also seller respectively. Based on the answer for both questions, after the subsidy, the equilibrium price is 1 ringgit, which is the price consumers benefit from. This price is determined by the intersection of the demand curve and the new supply curve. While consumers enjoy the low price, sellers are still able to supply the amount demanded at the price they are comfortable with, which is 150 cents. This is represented by the intersection of the vertical line from the new equilibrium quantity and the new supply curve. The supply curve reflects the minimum price sellers are willing to accept for each quantity of donuts.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Alamaisar binti Yusli. My matrix number A23A2491. So, for the question, what can the government do to avoid onion price hikes in Labuan, Sarawak, Terengganu, Johor and Putrajaya from rising above the national level? Based on my study, there are four steps that government can do, which is the first is price control mechanism. The second one is subsidies for transport costs. Government can provide transportation subsidies to reduce the cost of delivering onions to regions with higher price like Sabah and Sarawak. The third one is encourage local production. Government can offer incentive to local farmers to grow onions, and this can reducing dependence on imports and stabilizing local price. The fourth step that government can do is improve import policies, and the last one is monitor distribution networks that makes government can ensure government can ensure fair practices in the supply chain to prevent middlemen from inflating prices.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aisyah Shuhada binti Azrul. My number matric is A23A2477. I'll present about the graph from the case study 4. Firstly, the axis. The x-axis represents the quantity of onions in kilogram. The y-axis represents the price of onion in RM. Secondly, the equilibrium point. The equilibrium price is 4 ringgit 58 cents, where supply and demand intersects. Thirdly, the price ceiling. A horizontal line at 4 ringgit 50 cents represents the price ceiling. At this price, the quantity demanded QD exceed the quantity supplied QS, creating a shortage gap between QD and QS. Firstly, excess demand which is shortage. At 4 ringgit 50 cents, the price is artificially lower than the equilibrium price. The quantity demanded for onions will increase because consumers find them cheaper. Therefore, the quantity supplied will decrease because producers are less willing to sell at the lower price. This will result in shortage of onions in the market. Market outcomes: consumers will face difficulties purchasing onions due to the shortage. Black markets may emerge where onions are sold at the higher prices. Suppliers may reduce quality to maintain their profitability.
So, for the question C, what actions could be taken by the government to help producers and suppliers and sellers also of onions? The first step is give producers direct financial support through subsidies. This is for allowing them to meet growing expenses without transferring the cost to consumers. And the second step is government needs to encourage local farming. The third step, suppliers and producers need to stabilize input costs by preserving a stable supply chain and preventing abrupt price swings. This will be helping the producers, suppliers, and sellers. The last step is make the market access easier. To cut out middlemen and guarantee more equitable prices for all parties, the government should set up local markets or develop online marketplace where farmers, suppliers, and sellers can communicate directly with customers.
Next, question C. Onion prices are on the rise, and that's a problem for everyone in Malaysia. Onions are a staple ingredient in our kitchens, and when their prices climb, it can trigger a domino effect, pushing up the cost of everything else, and that's what we call inflation. Subsidies can act as a stabilizing force, preventing uncontrolled price hikes and protecting consumers from the ripple effects. But it's not just about inflation. Rising onion prices hit household budgets hard, especially for low and middle income families. Subsidies can provide immediate relief, ensuring essential food items remain affordable and accessible. By keep onion prices in check, we can ease the financial pressure on families and ensure that everyone has access to the food they need.